Hello world! Dave here, you may call me Modon Joe. Welcome back to Let's Play Cthulhu Saves the World! Now, these cows are supposedly getting abducted or something? That's impossible, right? Okay, apparently not. Apparently not impossible. You'd think in a world, they don't typically bother with aliens in medieval settings, but hey, we're dealing with just that right now. So, glad you're enjoying yourself, Cthulhu. You know him? An old buddy of yours, I'm guessing. War-torn planet? Ouch. Sucks. Maybe you shouldn't look at Earth anytime soon. Especially the US. But that's just me trying to inject my political views into every goddamn video I do. I shouldn't do that. College? Really? I wouldn't take something that can drive someone insane just by looking at them as having gone to college. I imagine that at that point you would have driven yourself insane from all the booze you ingested. Haven't changed a bit, huh? Series of electrical force fields you need to deactivate. You mean switch puzzles, right? So yeah, now we got our fifth party member, and we can swap between them pretty much at ease with no discernible disability. I'm just going to go ahead and take Sharp out of the main party for now. He won't be too much useful until later on when he gets certain skills to help fight bosses. But let's go explore his ship. We need to hit a switch to get past that to get that chest. But first, let's deal with some new enemies. Cyber cats and crap, I missed what the other one was. The brain squid? I think brain squid. They look like squids to me. Anyway, the brain squids are weak to fire. I guess they don't like being cooked. I don't know. Cats aren't too weak. The cats aren't too much weak to anything. The main thing I want to focus on here is that that Paws has some nice healing spells and a lot of ice spells, which are not bad. But the main thing, where Quick Draw is basically like Quick Attack in the Pokemon games, but Meow is what we're going to be seeing me use a lot of. It's basically like Nightfall, except it can also cure insanity in enemies, which can be handy against certain enemies. There are really some enemies that you do not want insane. Trust me on this one. But anyway, that's pretty much how most of the battles are going to go from now on, against random encounters. Meow, Fireball, Flood, and maybe have Cthulhu do some random butting heads just to clear things out. Trust me, random encounters are going to be a lot quicker now that we have Paws on our side. This is just this little cat's going to just be making this move on easy street. Anyway, we got some more new enemies. UFOs, Starfish. Starfish are weak to fire, I believe. UFOs, there you don't have any special weaknesses, but of course, as is going to be the usual with this battle, it's not really going to take too much time. Just one meow, and everything goes insane, and they all die in an instant. Ooh, and Cthulhu gains a level. I think Pierce is probably the pick here, just to get him to level up. And at level 19, I would have Umi upgrade Flood instead of getting a new Starfish spell. I haven't actually ever tried that one, but honestly, upgraded Flood never hurts. Although, I'm starting to build Umi towards those physical attacks. They're actually pretty useful. Alright, let's just hit this switch and go ahead and grab that treasure, which contains a warp trident for Umi, which will really just speed her, which is, you know, it's better than the aqua trident. It ups her magic enough that way the Flood, the 50% water damage boost is made up for. And we also get the nice little perk of extra speed, not that she needs it. Anyway, we got some more new enemies, nested dolls here. Oroshakov? I forget the actual Russian term for them. Anyway, I believe they're weak to fire. A lot of the enemies here are weak to fire. Oh yeah, and the Bovinators. I forgot that they were new. I've been seeing a lot of them lately. I'm actually kind of just... Anyway, at this point, Sharp levels up, and we'll teach him hit +1, because giving him an extra attack, extra physical damage is... extra attack from his physicals is never a bad thing. It's actually kind of sad, though. Oh, I actually still been playing through this game on with like one of the bonus modes with developer commentary on. There's no commentary for this stage. The developer doesn't have anything fun to say. Like, I would wonder where he came up. I mean, where he came up with the idea of Terminator cows. I mean, the cows are kind of a logical conclusion if you're going to be involving aliens. Alien abductions involving cows, yada yada yada. It's like step one of any alien abduction story. I mean, hell, they even included in a goddamn episode of South Park. Oh, anyway, we got some new enemies here. Gooeys and Shielders. Take a guess what the Shielders do. They shield. They're not as annoying as the 8 Princes, though, so they don't have nearly as much HP, and they don't nearly raise defense as much. The Gooeys, they can poison, though, so you're going to have to watch out for them. They'll all fall pretty much the same to our normal barrage, although we might need to add a little bit more heft for that Bovinator. Maybe we should try using that new Pierce ability that we just picked up, then. That'll be useful. And anyway, in the usual barrage, he'll flood fireballs, meow. The Shielders are always going to get the first move, though. I'm going to have to tell you that. Alright, take them all out relatively easily, although I think the Pierce was pretty much what made sure that the Bovinator would go down. Those Bovinators are quite a pest if you don't deal with them fast. They have a couple machine gun attacks, and it gets kind of messy, but overall, they're nothing. None of the enemies here are too worrisome. Just well, there is one, but I sadly never get a chance to show it off. Maybe next video. I have yet to do the recording. But this dungeon isn't nearly as mazy as I like to make it out to be. I'm just being complete forgetful soul that I am. Really, it's all a matter of... Really, the path that you need to take just involves a couple of bridges. Like, oh, I don't know, those bridges right here. There we go. And just head up the stairs to the next part and flip one switch. And I'm sure we'll be able to head up to the 3rd floor. Oh, it's on the 1st floor. Yeah, we saw that laser barrier earlier that was blocking that stairwell. We're going to be doing a lot of that in this dungeon, honestly, although this time we won't the second time we won't have to backtrack. Anyway, we got some new enemies here, Monstrosities. These guys, I believe they can curse you, but the insanity doesn't really do anything. I don't know. They're actually, come to think of it, they're the Cybercats also have a meow ability similar to it, but it makes you feel weird. It says you feel weird when it happens, but I have no idea what it actually does. I never noticed any tracking. It doesn't certainly inflict an insanity status, because no one's actually taking more damage when that happens, so not to mention a single target. Anyway, just one thing I want to actually point out really quick. I forgot to kind of show off Paws' equipment. He gets a Force Field, which provides a steady defense boost, which is nice, and there's no upgrades for that, though, but the Gunclaw weapon, but his Gunclaw weapon's not bad. It lets him get an extra hit in, but if you compare his strength to Sharp's, yeah, it's nowhere near the same. You're not going to be using him for like a multi strikes for free or anything. He's not bad for building up combo, but I would rather have a Sharp on their side. In fact, maybe I'll switch in Sharp for the boss fight. Actually, that sounds like a good idea, honestly. Well, yeah, since couldn't hurt, and you know, since Sharp did get that hit +1, I might keep the Harm Blade on him. I'm not sure. Honestly, I still haven't. I'll probably do a couple off-camera battles, random encounter battles, just to crunch the numbers and see what happens. But no, there's really no need to. Anyway, we go around here. There's a couple more treasures on this floor that we couldn't get to when we were last down here, but really, what we're here for mainly is a switch. If you head up there, you'll just hit a laser barrier that we can't cross. Head up here, though, we actually find a switch for that laser barrier. As well, come on, there we go. As well as a laser barrier blocking our path to the 3rd floor of this dungeon. Down here, though, are 3 potions. Never a bad thing to have more potions. We'll probably have a stockpile of them by the end of these videos, but they're still handy to have in case of emergency. I will say that much. There's only one more treasure, and are we? Come on, guys. That's not the way you go. But we do have new enemies to deal with, invaders. Gee, take a guess. I wonder what game they are referencing. Anyway, the invaders only really have 2 attacks to shoot at you and speed up, which, gee, I wonder what that's a reference to. But they're overall pretty weak. You can actually just take them out with just 1 flood, even. Alright, and Cthulhu gets some stat ups for his level 20 level. Nothing fancy. I should note that the max effective... There isn't an actual max level, but effectively you stop gaining any special skills after level 40, so... You actually could effectively grind to, like, level 300 if you were crazy enough. I'm not, though. I'm not gonna do that. That's just stupid. That said, though, we just have to get that one last treasure, and then I think I might call it an episode. It's really... We just have to go all the... It's really that far path from the first beginning. But anyway, after that fight, we have... October have to learn Tornado, which hits a group of enemies. So, you know, it'll replace Fireball for hitting groups, since I upgraded Fireball to hit all enemies now. Could have done it the other way, I guess. I don't know, it seems more enemies are weak to fire than wind. Anyway, now we got a laser sword for Cthulhu, which has greater strength, but it doesn't boost his magic at all. Oh well, that's a loss, but also doesn't boost his defense, which is also a bit of a loss. But it ignores defense, which is... Well, it only ignores defense on his physical attacks, and we kind of have Pierce for that now, so... Well, I guess the extra strength isn't useful. But I guess that'll have to do for now. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, keep reaching for the stars. I don't care how cliche that sounds, I'm using it. I'm Dave. Take care.